Yo, yo, yo. Hold on as I'm getting everything settled here. Just trying to get things worked out for all the viewers, all the people that's going to be tuning in live right now. Hang on. Excuse all the ruckus and noise. I hope all y'all doing good, feeling great. Hang on 1 second. Don't worry, I'm getting there. You know, I just got to figure out something real quick. Trying to get my Facebook Live set up because definitely I want to air this live. Uh, you know, and I just pray that all of y'all had a good week, and we'll have a fresh, real good, wonderful start to this week. Packers won, so I'm really, really excited about that. You may hear me touch on that a little bit during this broadcast this week, this Sunday. Hang on 1 minute, I got something going on. Let's see. Hold on. Y'all bear with me, y'all. Just typing a couple things on here. Wasting so many minutes. I accidentally pressed enter when I was supposed to. When I was trying to hashtag this segment, it just technical error on my part. All right, let's see. I think we getting it working. I think we working it. Thank you everybody for bearing with me. Thank you everybody for not leaving me. You know what I'm saying? When the world's ready to leave you, that's why you got to have people that's going to stick with you and be down with you. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm going to get things going in 3, 2. Let's go. All right. Now we can get going. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? How's everything going? I hope everything is smooth. I hope everything is going swell in y'all life. It's so many things going on in the world today that honestly I'm really excited about. Like for example, the Packers won. You see I got my shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, I'm out here getting ready to, bite all my nails off in the beginning of the game. But the Packers pulled it off and had a very impressive win. And now we just got to see, if Dallas really win, then that's going to be, that's definitely going to be a really good game to watch. It's going to be a very nerve-wracking game to watch, to say the least. I actually bet one of my coworkers. I was like, look, man, if the Dallas Cowboys win, I'm going to wear all Dallas Cowboys gear to work. But if the Packers win, then you got to wear all Packers gear to work. So me and him, we got this little thing going on. So I'm excited about this game next week. I'm really hoping that the Packers don't verse them because then all bets are off between us. But I just get the feeling that it's going to be Dallas and the Packers in that NFC Championship game. So we'll see. But really, for the task at hand, which I'm pretty sure all of y'all that's going to be logging on, tuning in right now, is going to be feeling while y'all chilling, is the whole idea of friends with benefits. Is friends with benefits a real thing? I'm gonna let y'all answer that. Is friends with benefits a real thing? Do you really consider a friends with benefit in the category of a relationship or not? How do y'all consider that? How do y'all view friends with benefits? And do you feel like you that type of person who can deal with that type of lifestyle? Because that is a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You're living a lifestyle of a friend with benefit. And I'm really hoping that I get some feedback here because I want to know, because we're gonna have to dig into this whole ideology of being a friend but with benefits. And what are those benefits? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are those benefits? What are some of the benefits that come alongside with being a friend with benefit? Because some of y'all was, hey, be honest, some of y'all was probably a friend with benefit to somebody. You know what I'm saying? What makes me think about friends with benefits, what thing that popped in my head just now, like, it's almost like cell phone data, right? You run out of data, but then you got that carryover. You see what I'm saying? You got that carryover data. So when you running out of data with your phone, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I just got the iPhone. I mean, this mug, I ain't gonna lie, this thing's beastie. You know what I'm saying? It's beastie. And I got a good deal on this thing. I like what it can do. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna hit y'all with something. So, to me, as you guys continue to write your opinion on what a friends with benefit is, like, in your opinion, what is a friend with benefit? Like, and do that relationship even exist as a category? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it on a level, does it deserve a category such as like boyfriend, girlfriend? You know what I'm saying? It's complicated, single. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it deserve a category? You see what I'm saying? Now, here's my take. I think that when I think of an example of friends with benefits, it's almost like this. With cell phone data, you got that carryover. So once when you ran out or when you went over your data, you had a plan set up to where that data don't charge you at the end of the month because you got that carryover. You got that safe landing just in case you go over this set amount of gigabytes of data. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I view, friends with benefits. I see it as it's something to carry you over until your next plan, until your next bill cycle, or it's something to carry you over into your next relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, friends with benefits is something. It's like a boat in a sea. Like you in a boat, you swaying. The waves is churning. The waves is burning. The waves is turning. Every single thing that rhymes with earning. That's what that boat is doing. The boat is coasting you to the next destination. You see what I'm saying? But some boats is going to lead you to a different destination than other boats. You can't hop on a cruise and then go to the Bahamas thinking that you're going to Cancun. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to be on the boat going to Cancun to go to Cancun. So, with friends with benefit type relationship, it's basically to me, it's something that you are using to coast you into the next relationships. You say, see what I'm saying? I know, I'm working on that, Cassandra. I am working on that. I need to stop saying, you know what I'm saying? And I need to stop saying, see what I'm saying? I need to stop, like, I'm working on that. That's my public speaking curse, I guess. So I'm gonna practice that. I'm gonna practice that. I'm gonna practice that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna practice. Man, I can't even talk. But y'all get where I'm going with this. Friends with benefit relationships to me is something that coasts you in that void spot. Like for example, you break up with somebody, and then now you gotta have that fulfillment. You need to self fulfill your desires. Got to be fulfilled, but you don't want to deal with the commitment that goes behind it. So you get you somebody who can coast you, who can hold you down until you become ready for another relationship. Am I wrong or right? Y'all let me know. Am I wrong or right? That friends with benefits is something that you are using to coast you along into your next relationship. And the guy or girl who you're friends with benefit with they're okay with that. They're down with that. Because maybe on their end it's the same exact thing. They're using you to coast you into their next relationship. You see what I'm saying? Or you hear me? Do you hear me? So tell me what y'all think. Because hold on, let me see something real quick. So it says, to me, friends with benefits means two friends have mutually agreed to engage in a sexual relationship. In my opinion, that kind of relationship would not work for many reasons, including the fact that I'm a Christian, so that goes against what I believe. Two, I am not down with giving away every part of myself to someone I am not even in a relationship with. Now, Alicia, now tell me this. Do you think that there's justifications for friends with benefits? Do you believe that, and not in your case, but in many other people's cases, where they, in their mind, really feel like that this is something that I deserve or this is something that I need, and then if they can justify it, would you believe in any sort of type of justification, or would you think that there's maybe a slight case of a possibility that friends with benefits actually could be okay? And that question really for anybody. It's not a real relationship, I feel, because okay, this is Charles. What up, Charles? It's not a real relationship, I feel, because you only in the relationship for what they can do for you. You on point. And I'm trying to be on point as much as possible because I feel like so many of us do got, even right now, a friend with benefit. You listening on this broadcast right now, you got a friend with benefit. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere on some discrete level, you got somebody who you can get it from off top anytime. It doesn't even matter. Some call it booty calls. Some people call it other things. Okay, this is from Cassandra. So I think if people had a plan and stuck to the plan, they would need to coast and they would need friends with benefits. I think some people want sexual relationship without commitment or without the commitment, and friends with benefits is used as an excuse to indulge in lustful activities. And when you deal with people who desire those things, I mean, it's almost like a teeter-totter effect. You ever been on a teeter-totter and you got one person on the other end, you know what I'm saying, then you on the other end. Now, you on the other end, you trying to not be on that lustful sexual stuff because you actually trying to do it right this time. You've been through too many relationships to be focused on something that is to some, and one would say, artificial or superficial. So, with that being said, you looking at this person because they obviously have everything you want, looks, the whole 9 yards. And then there's you who's trying to do things right. But then there's the other person who's not trying to do things right. So y'all both are on the teeter-totter, and whoever's influence is the most that's where the teeter is gonna top at. You know what I'm saying? And for many of us, we've succumbed to the sexual intense pressure that comes along with the whole idea of feeling wanted. I mean, I feel like so many of us want to feel wanted. Um, we want that pick me up type person. We want that person to be down whenever we down. You see what I'm saying? Like we want you feel what I'm saying? Look. Cassandra. I'm just gonna just flow. Okay. So one of us in this relationship, quote unquote, we have to be the strong one and be like, you fine, you sexy, but I don't think I can do this because you are technically my friend, right? And I don't know no friend that's going to have sex with their friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that. Like none of my friends who I consider friends that are females, I cannot literally physically imagine myself doing anything with those girls. I just can't. So clearly, this is possibly more than just a friendship. You know, you feel me? Like it's, I don't know what y'all think. Can you still be friends with a person who you're friends with benefits with? I think that's a good question. Can you be friends with somebody who you're friends with benefits with? I mean, I give my opinion. I think no. I don't think you can. Because those memories going to be so thick that every time you be around that person, that tension is just going to be there every single time. You may be with somebody and he or she may be with somebody. But when y'all get around each other, that it's going to be there. Those memories going to be there. Like I feel like you can't run from that. If you are in that situation all the time, and then all of a sudden you don't, and you stop and y'all quit, and then y'all go y'all separate ways and go date other people, even though y'all still friends, and then y'all bring those people, those new individuals in your life that y'all both are dating, into the picture and you're introducing each other and stuff like that. Like it's gonna be awkward. Unless y'all really, 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 like, in y'all mind, mentally just disenfranchise yourselves from all those moments that y'all created together. Okay, so John Giddings, he said, it's definitely not for me. I don't feel a woman should be giving her body up to me if I am not showing her the love and support that she deserves from a man whom she is going that far with. I am a firm believer in monogamous relationships, and I don't feel right having those encounters with someone who I am not committed to. I definitely agree with you, man. Okay, Cassandra, with spiritual transferring of energies, I don't think you can be friends with someone you're sexually involved with. Okay, Charles, I couldn't trust myself. Okay, Alicia says, I don't know if it is possible. How can you turn the benefits part of your friendship off to get back to being friends? That is so true. It's almost like this. You ever try catching a train? You ever watch those shows where the guy is late and he's chasing the train? You know what I'm saying? Eventually he gives up and stops chasing after the train. That normally happens all the time. Or in those Western movies, you know, them cowboy movies, they chasing the train, then they somehow just jump and catches the guy's arm, and he's holding him as the train is still going, and he's trying to pull him up onto the train. But more times than not, you're going to miss that train. So the train that y'all was on as friends, that thing just got cut off once when y'all started having sex. So the train done kept moving, but there's no way for you to get back on. You see what I'm saying? So, like, let's be real about it. To me, there's no way possible you can, with your life, be friends with benefits. And then cut off the benefits part and be back friends. I don't think that's impossible. And then, Cassandra, to your point about transferring of energies, like that's what you call a soul tie. Like when you have sex with somebody, you create what you call a soul tie. So Cassandra, we gonna box, girl. um, and with those soul ties, you create chemical bonds, chemical balances within your brain called oxytocins. And with those oxytocins is basically those things that, when you're breaking up with somebody, you feel like a tearing, or in your heart you just feel like you just being just ripped like apart from something. That's what oxytocins do. Oxytocins create that bond between you and another person. So not only is it spiritual when you're um, sexually involved with somebody, but also it's scientific. Like there's science that proves that when you become intimate with somebody, you don't just take the body with them. You take everything with them. You take their emotions. You take them. You take the mental baggage that was along with them. You take everything along with the physical with you when you lay down with somebody. And when you're in a case where you're just friends, which means that there's no heartfelt commitment, it's just all physical, like you don't understand that you're creating a bond with somebody, and it's hard. That thing is hard to break. Some spirits take 7 years to get over. Like some things take months, to get just half of what you dealing with over. I mean, this is what I think about when you laying down with somebody and you being intimate. Like every single person that person laid down with, you laid down with too. So, for example, if I laid down with 5 different girls before I met this girl, who I feel like I'm into, and like I just really I'm feeling her. This is somebody who I want to pursue, yada yada yada. And let's say I wasn't celibate. Let's say I wasn't willing to wait till marriage. Let's say everything about me was killed. Like I just threw that all away and went back to my old ways. So all those women, what I'm saying, all those women that I dealt with probably dealt with other men too, and all of they spirits was infused with they spirits, and all of they spirits plus they spirits is now infused with mine. So if y'all ever seen a bowl of spaghetti, right? You got the meatball, and you got all those noodles surrounding the meatballs. Imagine those noodles, and the meatball is your soul. The noodles represent spirits, and they're circling around your soul. They're wrapping around your soul, and it's called soul ties. When you have soul ties, then that's when you deal with the Bible talks about there's sin against people, and then fornication is a sin against your own self. Like when you have sex with somebody outside of marriage, you're sinning against your own self. You know what I'm saying? And soul ties is a part of the repercussions of you dealing with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Soul ties is some of the most hardest things to break, especially when them oxytocins kick in. Especially when those memories kick in. Especially when all those moments where y'all was just like real with each other kick in. And God wants to protect us from those things, which is why he intended for us to be virgins when we got married. But the devil comes and pervert everything God made good. So we all fell into the trap of what the devil said was good, but really it wasn't. And some of us came away with some stuff. Some of us came away with some emotional baggage. So now we seek out friends with benefits because we don't want to deal with the emotional baggage that can add on to the baggage that we already got from our past relationship. You know what I'm saying? So Now we straight up. We got a whole bunch of friends with benefits. But then we don't want to be called hoes. You see what I'm saying? Or players or whatever. Because we don't want that stigma that's attached with those titles when you out here messing around. But if you messing around with all your friends with benefits, like one of the craziest things I found out, one of the craziest things that I've learned too, is that when the Bible talks about whoremongers, when it says no whoremonger will inherit the kingdom of heaven, right? That's what the Bible says. See, a whoremonger in those days was a whore that hung among whores. Okay, I'm hitting something now. I feel like I'm finna hit something. In those days, and you can even kind of consider it now, a whoremonger was a whore that hung among whores. So really, your body of people who you are around actually influence your decisions. So the people who you are among the most will make you the most like them. Mm. Okay, the people who you are among the most will make you the most like them. Okay, so now if you are among cigarette smokers, the chances of you becoming one is quite likely. I'm not gonna say that's everybody's case. But I can honestly say that I would not have fell into smoking marijuana when I was a teenager if I hung around Christians. I can honestly tell you that. Like, if I wasn't looking at those people like, man, y'all lame, I ain't kicking it with y'all. I promise you, I would be much further along with my walk if I would have started out my belief in God in my teens. You see what I'm saying? But because I didn't, and I hung around weed smokers, I ended up falling into that and doing that. So if you are a young man, young lady, listening to this right now, and you know and hang out with friends who you know is sexually active, and they're telling you all about their stories and what they doing, don't think that's not gonna pique your interest. And all the devil need to do is plant a seed in your heart. Bow. And guess what? That seed grow. The more you think about it in your mind, it goes into your heart. And your heart is what you call fertile soil. So anything that you put in your heart has to grow by default because it's fertile soil. This in your heart right here, that's soil. If you ever went to by somebody's house and you see their garden, like if they had their whole garden set up but never planted seeds, guess what'll naturally grow in that soil? Weeds. Weeds naturally grow. You don't have to plant weeds. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to plant real stuff like sunflowers. You have to plant cabbage. You have to plant green beans. Like all the little vegetables that we like to eat. You really gotta plant that. Which means that you gotta really look after it. You gotta till the ground. You gotta make sure you pour water on it. You gotta make sure the sun hit it. You gotta make sure that everything germinate so that you can have a good crop, a good harvest. But if you just, I'm gonna plant this seed, but then don't do nothing else, that seed gonna get choked up. The weed is gonna grow up naturally. So if you're not feeding your mind with the right thinking, with the right thoughts, you know, you're going to naturally produce and grow evil thoughts, wrong thinking. And if you got nothing but whoremongers around you, that makes you a whoremonger too, because you are among them whores. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, if you if we change the way we view relationships and we see it the way how God intended it, we're going to save ourselves a lot of trouble. Friends with benefits is nothing that none of us should have. Matter of fact, if you are in a sexual relationship right now and you really want to know if that person is the one, stop having sex with them. If you say, look, I want to get right with God, we should stop having sex, and you cut it, you put it to him plain like that, and he come at you sideways with that, and he say, oh no, I don't know, then that's your first sign. Because you want it where y'all both on the same page. Y'all want to grow together. Y'all don't want to grow sexually together. Y'all want to grow mentally, not physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally together. That's where that's what you call reaching to the mountaintop. Like, honestly, I would say physicality is the last on the list that God wants to make happen for all of us in our life right now in our relationship statuses. Because God first want a relationship with you first and foremost. But if you ain't dealing with God like that, then you're going to be dealing with your man or your woman how you really should be dealing with God, giving your time, money, and commitment. Relationships takes time, money, and commitment. Some of us can give all three right now. Some of us can't. You know what I'm saying? I got money. I got the commitment. But me personally, I ain't got the time. Like, I got a lot of things going on to where I can't even, like, even if I tried, I can't give her the time. And I don't know no woman that's willing to sacrifice the way I'm sacrificing. So guess what? If I can't give one, I can't give all. It is what it is. But we got people who want to slip and slide. So we have friends with benefits because we know that we don't have to give our time. We know we don't have to give our commitment. And we know we ain't got to give our money. So we just give our bodies instead. So we have to look at, like, who do we know that's about that life as far as living for God, and we gotta stick with them. We can't look at them as lames. We can't look at them as they not fun. We can't look at them as like they just too holier than thou. Like, no. Because what's on them gonna get on you naturally. So the presence of God is on them, it's gonna get on you too. But the presence of people who are out here bad and on some hot stuff, just really just not even all the way up here, right? Like, people like that, they presence gonna get on you. Y'all don't understand the power of influence. By default, either you gonna influence them or they gonna influence you. It is what it is. Like, bada boom, bada bang. You know what I'm talking about? And the real thing with being friends with benefits, another thing with that too, is they know everything about you. And if they really wanted to expose you, they can. Because friends ain't going to always be your friends. And if you give them that power over your reputation, then you really stuck in a tough spot. I can't tell you how many people done lost their jobs all because of who they slept with. All because of who they dealt with on the low. So, whoremongers, the Bible talks about, is a whore among whores. That is a whoremonger. And a whoremonger is a person who has sex with multiple partners outside of the realm of marriage. So I was once a whoremonger. You were once a whoremonger if you weren't married. And that's just God's standard. That's God's law. It ain't judging nobody. It's not should make anybody feel bad, because Jesus didn't come to condemn anybody. But we all have to put in strong note We have to write it down on our hearts to know that having relationships that does not bring God glory are relationships that are futile. It will not bring you joy. It'll only bring you temporary satisfaction. And that's it. And that's it. So I'm really excited based off everything that I said. I'm really excited that I have the opportunity next month to host a singles event through with a wonderful, wonderful man of God who I've gotten to know over the last 6 or 7 months, and I'm looking forward to hosting an event to where singles can come and get this information that I'm giving y'all for free. I'm not charging. You know what I'm saying? I believe that God is gonna open the doors for me to get get them avenues to where I can be paid for what I do. But I mean, anything for the kingdom's sake, I'm ready and willing to use my gifts and talents to edify the body. And I believe that it's so many people that's confused about relationships and what God has to say about it, that hey, why not? Why not make an event where anybody can come? You get some food, you kick it, you hang out, you hear a panel of people, and I'm hosting it, so it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be fire, and allow people just to express and give their testimonies on just what it looks like to be single and successful, and how to trust and believe that God's going to take care of your love life. And you don't have to go out here and find nothing. You ain't got to find nothing. Everything God got for you, He got for you. It's already done. Love, happiness, success, whatever you consider as success. If you can do it God's way, your success is going to last longer. But if you do it your way, it's only going to become temporary. So with that being said, I believe that this event is going to turn out really nicely. I'm still praying on the details. I'm still looking. I'm still thinking of a title for it. I feel like it's something that is definitely going to make a lot of people want to come, because I can't tell you how many people just on my Facebook page alone talks about how they single life suck. And then next month is Love Month. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a perfect. This event gonna be perfect, too perfect. Scary perfect. um, so if there's anybody right now that's listening that got questions that want to ask, that y'all want to ask me, I got about a good 6 something minutes left. So I want to be able just to open up the floor to anybody that want to ask me questions pertaining to Friends with Benefits. If you know somebody that's in a situation and you don't know how to help them, if you want to pique my brain on some advice that you may want to give them, I mean, like, let me know, because I believe that you guys, I'm doing this for y'all. I'm not doing this for myself to give myself a name. I'm not trying to be famous, but I will if I have to be. So is there anybody out there with some questions? And while I was doing this, man, my phone was buzzing. Um, oops. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I got some questions on any of my other channels. Is there so no questions? They got nobody with questions? Wow. Y'all almost got it all together. I need y'all life then. Cause I can tell y'all right now, I ain't got it all together. A little bit about my story though, man. I've been single 5 years. 5 years. Actually 5.5 now. July will be my 6th year, I think. No. June. June 24th will be my 6th year. 6 years single. July 8th will be 6 years celibate. and then I think July 18th will be 6 years. 6 years saved. So it's scary because next year is gonna be my 666 year. Right now I'm on five. I'm on 555. So yeah, this event is gonna be dope. I'm so excited. Next month, February 10th, Simeon TV hosting it live. Wauwatosa. If I can get that venue, that'll be dope. Get a whole bunch of people to come. I'm trying to figure out if it's like a dressy event. Should everybody show up in classy type clothes, or should it be a come as you are type thing? I'm still trying to figure that out. So I gotta meet with my creative team and definitely figure that out. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Honestly, I can say that I'm really happy. It's being single is rough. Being single is tough, but when you can find contentment, when you can be content with where you are in your life, you already beat the richest man in the world. Just by you being content with your life, you have became richer than the richest man in the world. What's going on, Amanda? What's going on, Jillinette? Kate? I don't think y'all on. Who on right now? Say hi. I got 3 minutes left. Say hi. Don't be shy. I see 2 people viewing this. I may as well come on. And I hope that this broadcast really inspire people. I can't believe 45 minutes passed just like that. Are you still here? Oh my goodness. Well, my podcast time is getting ready to run out. So those of y'all listening to me podcast right now, I appreciate you guys. I love you. Jesus love you. Make sure that you stay away from these friends who want to get your benefits. No, your benefits is for your future spouse. Hold on. Hold it down. Believe me, I know. I deserve a crown for how I've been holding it down. But that's God's crown. And I lay it down every single time, when I get in front of his face. Because he's the only one that wears the ultimate crown. So I'm here too. The event would be dope, bro. Hey, I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna go down. Like, when I mean to tell you everything that's running through my mind pertaining to this event, bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. This is my expectation. I'm praying, I'm asking God that at least 100 to 150 people show up. And if he work exceedingly and abundantly above all that I can ask or think, that'd be great. But I'm expecting that many people. And it's gonna be fun. It's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be food. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? You can basically come hungry, leave happy. You know what I'm saying? And inspired, all at the same time. So those of y'all listening to the podcast right now, I'm getting ready to sign off. I love you guys. Tune in the next time. I'll let you guys know. I love you guys once again, man. Just stay positive, stay real, stay trill, all at the same time. All right. Have a blessed day.